Hello everyone, I'm Never Dot. Welcome to my channel. Today is Comic Week, and well, every week is Comic Week, but this is the mushroom comics. I like doing mushroom comics because mushrooms are cute and they're kind of simple to draw, but they're very interesting. Mushrooms are weird creatures because they're not plants, they're not animals, they're very indecisive. They need to make a decision and commit to it. Are you multicellular? Yes, then maybe you're one or the other. They move quickly because they pop up overnight and disappear the next day, but that doesn't count as locomotion so much as, I don't know, impatience. Now, these little guys are, we think, into each other. Now, there's two mushrooms in particular, Tommy and Anita. And I don't know, I think they're the OTP, maybe. One's poisonous, one's edible. I think they go together really well. But I don't know if Tommy's ever really said that he likes Anita, but I think she knows. And they're kind of like an unofficial couple. Don't tell anyone. Now, these little doobers are wandering through a forest in make-believe land in imagination because I don't want to draw a boring background every single time. It's fun to experiment with different artsy things in the background because it's summertime. Is it? When does summer start? 21st? 22nd? I don't believe that it's spring right now anyways. It's too hot for that. Let's say it's summer. And so summer, you've got to be outdoors. You've got to be in the blazing hot sun. And you got to be not really caring that there's a pandemic. But yeah, this is the comic world, so they don't have that. And they're mushrooms. They're probably causing it. They are heading off to the mall in the last panel here. I don't know what this mall is called, and I don't know what that L symbol means. No loitering, I suppose. In this particular one, and in most of my comics actually, I use something called guides. Is it guides? Oh, somebody look it up. Guides in Krita. And Krita guides are sort of like geometric shapes you can slam onto the canvas that help you draw things if you're bad at drawing things that are predictable. So they're very good for drawing little ovals and straight lines and stuff like that. So if I want to draw a perfectly horizontal line, slap on the little parallel line guide, or if I want to do a perfect oval, pop down that. And that's how I did that nice, well, nice, whatever that logo is for the shopping mall. I don't even know what that is. It's gonna have to persist into the future if I ever go back to this mall. But that's what it is. And it was just two ovals, well, one oval moved over half the time. You check off a little checkbox that restrains your drawing line to that line. So when you're drawing with that option enabled, follow guides, your line cannot, it can only go on the guidelines. Now, you can have more than one guide, in which case, I don't know what the logic is, but it's sort of, you kind of want to try to draw where the guide is and then it'll snap to it. Sometimes it gets it wrong. Good grammar. Especially when I'm doing the the distance one, where things get smaller as they are closer to the mirror. You know, perspective. I really like the perspective guide. The perspective guide is fantastic for doing 3-point perspective. I mean, you could do any amount of points that you want, but 3 is kind of what I do. Nah, I just do 2, actually. Typically, you're not far enough away for 3 to be obvious. I'll do 2 perspective. So you pop down your little 2 points, and I really like how the perspective guide works because you sketch out your 3-dimensional thing, you guesstimate it, but then you put the 3-point perspective on it afterwards when you're about to do your line art so that it's actually accurate and it's not all wobbly like your sketches. Because, you know, your sketches generally, depends on who you are, but it's generally kind of ballpark okay. But when you want to do your line art, you actually kind of want it to be perfect. So I recommend doing the perspective guides and then snapping to them, and it works really well. Tommy here has got a very nice suit. And Anita, I don't know where she got that dress, but stunning. I must say, stunning. I should go into dress design or whatever you call that. Fashion? Fashion. Yeah. And it looks like Claire. Is that? Wait. I've drawn the wrong leaves on that character, actually, now that I think about it. Uh-oh. Well, it's too late to fix it now. That should have the round leaves because it's a radish. I put the turnip leaves on there. So if you guys realize this, erase this from your mind. I am perfect, obviously, and if there's any errors, it's because reality's wrong, not me. I'm probably wrong, actually. I'm always making mistakes. I really like this one because it's in the forest, and I really like forests, but it's not really in the forest because it's just in their imagination. You guys know what I mean. I know what I mean sometimes. Not this time. This is using one of the more pencil-y brushes to get a little bit of texture on the edge of the lines. And then I also had this sort of oak tree brush that I made myself. That's a really powerful thing in Krita. You can make your own custom brushes that sort of spray on things, whatever you want. Those leaves are actually colored, but actually, no, they're not colored. I made that monochromatic. I learned a long time ago that making textured brushes looks terrible. You think it's going to be amazing to have every single leaf perfectly painted, but then you realize nothing else you're drawing is that well painted, so it just stands out as being oddly photorealistic when everything else is kind of flat or nice or artisanal, and you can't pull it off. So I stopped doing that. Monochromatic all the way. I like how the sun is sort of blazing through here, and we've got Anita with her little glowy glow, Tommy with his glowy glow, and I actually didn't realize I was going to put a sun in there, but you gotta have a light source, and this is perfect. It's so dramatic having the long shadows, and I was maybe going to do them silhouetted actually, with Tommy just like, until next time. But nah, kind of wanted to see the faces. And it also was a bit of a cop-out to just do silhouettes. So that's this episode of the weekly comic. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for visiting me. If you're here from TikTok, hello! I'll see you in the comments. But I got to get to tonight's TikTok tonight. Who is in the background there? Oh, I thought I didn't add any extras for this one, but I guess I did. If you guys know who that is in the background, comment in the comments. And if you're right, I will tell you that you're right. And if you know what that other thing in the background is, don't say, because I don't want any copyright issues. So see you guys later. Bye.